Hey, what's up? What's up? This your boy Ken, and I'm back to you with another one. Hey, so I'm not the type to actually get caught up in the media as far as from what I see right away. You know, I kind of fall back, observe, and then I formulate my own opinion. You feel me? Because I know how, like Fighthype, you know, media can manipulate a situation and make something look or appear the way it isn't. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of listened to what Anthony Joshua said. I listened to what Eddie Hearn said, Eddie the piece of said. And, you know, I just listened to some of the interview questions. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV and Ness. And I was just listening to or looking at how Anthony Joshua body language is. See, the thing about it is you can say 1,000 lies, right? But the body always tells the truth, the actions and the way a person, you know, kind of conduct themselves. The thing is, Anthony Joshua knew he was lying. He knew what was going on. He knew that Eddie, the sperm worm, Hearn, you know, was basically lying, and he wanted the Povetkin fight, right? So they tried to basically throw it off on Deontay Wilder. And so when he came to America, which he already expected, and that's why he said that he didn't want to tour. He came to America and basically got asked some tough questions by Blue Blood, which they basically drowned him out, as you can hear it. And then he basically started walking towards the door, so he, you know, don't have to answer the tough question, because he knew Blue Blood was coming with, you know, a lot of fire as far as like being able to contradict him. So before he actually got that chance, you know, he just started heading out. So when I looked at that, and then like the response from Fighthype when the incident had occurred with Big Baby Miller confronting or speaking up to Anthony Joshua, Fighthype basically was saying that, oh, Anthony Joshua runs up on Big Baby Miller, right? When everybody who got eyes can see that was far from the truth. Big Baby Miller wanted that smoke. And Anthony Joshua was already irritated from all the questions that, you know, that he was getting, and all the contradictions that he, you know, the lies and stuff that he was caught in. And he was a little agitated, but the initial altercation was basically caused by Big Baby Miller, because he wanted that smoke. You know what I'm saying? And Anthony Joshua, you know, just was reacting to Big Baby Miller. It ain't like he just pulled up on Big Baby Miller. It ain't like he, you know, initiated any of that. You know, he was just saying his words. But the way that they worded it, you kind of already know that they basically had him in their pocket, man. They have them definitely in their pocket. Fighthype, you know, they're definitely compromised. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have some sort of integrity in this sport. I know, like, you know, people, they look at it like, you know, this has always been the media, but this is the thing. It's not the old-fashioned media. That's the whole purpose and the whole reason that new media exists. You feel what I'm saying? Because people are tired of the old shenanigans, you know. Okay, buy media, basically run a narrative that we want you to run and want to hear about, so we can basically control the minds of casual fans. Because the real person, anybody with logical sense or who can think critically, can see the BS from a mile away, such as myself. I understand what was going on. I understand that they really didn't want the Deontay Wilder fight. And in Eddie Hearns, see, his thing is the way he's trying to penetrate the U.S. market, man, I'm telling you, it's wrong, man. This dude, man, he's destined to fail. And if I'm wrong about it, you know, I will come back and admit that. But I think I'm right, because you can't sit there and get into it with all the promoters, Al Heyman, DeBella. You can't get into it. He even get into it with Frank Warren. He get into it with Shirley Finkel. Like, he get into it with, everybody, and his approach is to try to basically snatch all the fighters from under Al Heyman and Bob Arum and all those type of people. And the way he's going about it, he's just flashing the money. And for those who are weak and basically that's desperate, they will actually go with him, because you cannot possibly sit there and think that is a great signing when you actually look at or see all the things and the antics that's going on in the media. Unless you're just dying for fame, because if you're one of those individuals that just love attention, you just might get it if he actually ever take the time to even mention you. Because the only person that I really hear him say is Anthony Joshua. I haven't heard about Kell Brooks. Remember, Kell Brooks is still signed to him, but I ain't heard about Kell Brooks. I ain't heard about Amir Khan, even though he's with him now. I ain't heard about Danny Jacobs from him, like, unless they probably about to have a fight or something like that. But I ain't hear about none of these people. And then they should have looked at that and saw that, okay, this might not be the right signing. At least Al Heyman is teaching not only the business, you know what I'm saying? Like, he is not only advising people, but he's teaching people, how to conduct themselves, how to become a promoter if you choose to do so. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get that from Eddie Hearn. What you're going to get from Eddie Hearn is lies, manipulation. You're going to get half the truth, and you're going to get mostly lies. So, I just think that the media, American media, is basically, selling their American champion out, which is Deontay Wilder. He's the champion right now. You know what I'm saying? Do Anthony Joshua has more belts? Absolutely. But if you ask me, Charles Martin was an easy fight. He got it because a guy injured himself, basically off a technicality. He got it and then got knocked out by Joshua. Okay, that's an easy win. Then he fight Klitschko. That wasn't an easy fight, but remember, Klitschko is older than Luis Ortiz. Even though they discredit Wilder for fighting Luis Ortiz, but saying that he's an old man, even though Klitschko is older than Luis Ortiz, right? But he fought him for a WBA that he wasn't even supposed to even fight for. So I don't understand how he even had a WBA title, because the Klitschko wasn't a WBA title holder. So I'm not understanding that logic. So it's all making sense to me, because the WBA refused to strip Anthony Joshua. They gave Anthony Joshua a 24-hour deadline that just now got signed very recently, for the Povetkin fight. But it definitely wasn't signed within 24 hours like they ordered, which if the WBA didn't receive the fight within the 24 hours, then Anthony Joshua, by logical explanation, he should not be the WBA title holder right now, because that fight was not signed within 24 hours like it was basically demanded. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we just looking at a whole bunch of corrupt, sellout, media manipulation type of situation right now. So I'm not gonna be one that get caught in it like that, and I respect those brothers from the LDBC, very respectable brothers, And if you listen to anybody like a sporting icon, man, that dude is terrible, man. Cause that dude don't know nothing. All he know is lies, man. That's all he know. You know what I'm saying? So that's one person I just be listening to sometimes, and I just be like, how can he change the narrative now to make it fit Anthony Joshua? And he succeed. And then you read the comments, and you got people that just following him just blindly, you know, because they have an emotional attachment to Anthony Joshua, and we already know why. You know what I'm saying? People, they like to negate or, get rid of the fact that racism definitely exists. And a lot of people, even though Anthony Joshua is black, he still has the behavior that they would like all black people to have. You know what I'm saying? And Deontay Wilder is different. He has a mentality, a rebellion mentality. And, it's always the saying, man, we gotta break the strong one down, in the media. And they're not gonna do that with new media. You got people like Ego, and you have people like 78 who, pretty much relentless. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to definitely be hard to do. Even though the LDBC, those brothers get a lot of slack, for basically telling the truth. Some people rather hear a pretty lie versus the ugly truth, and that's the situation. They give you the ugly truth, whether you like it or not. So, I respect those brothers. Again, shout out to Blue Blood for asking those, tough questions. And yeah, man, it's just so much to talk about. But I respect Deontay Wilder, and he basically he gives the channels that ride for him, all the respect and the recognition that is well deserved. And like he's definitely a real dude, man. He's definitely a real dude. And for Eddie Hearn to be able to come to the United States and basically still have people sell out that's from the United States, as far as media like Fighthype, Fighthype, those type of individuals, man, it's sickening, man. And so that's all I got for now, man. At the end of the day, man, if you tell the truth, man, or even if you don't tell the truth, man, it's harder to continue to lie versus, just telling the truth. If a situation is what it is, you tell the truth about it, that manifests, within itself. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, just tell the truth. You ain't got to sit there and do a lot of, dancing just for a coin. You know what I'm saying? Just keep your integrity and everything else will follow. But that's all I got for now. This your boy Ken. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for tuning in. With that, I'm out.